Hey guys, it's Julian here with another anime review. Alright, I really need an anime that I can really sink myself into. An anime that is legend, wait for it, dairy. Where the heroes are those of legend. Where the land is filled of mystery and war-torn. Where the monsters only long for peace with humans. Where will I find such a legendary anime? That was a decent nap. Haven't you heard of the Legend of Legendary Heroes? Finally! A worthy anime! The Legend of Legendary Heroes, whose legendary legend will end all legends of ancient legend, who will be remembered in legends for years to come. Let's take a look at this legend. So, the series starts off in the Roland Empire, with our main protagonist, Ryner Lute, on a mission to discover and seek out hero relics. Hero relics are ancient weapons of legendary heroes from the past. Ryner, with his partner Ferris, must seek these out across the land. Now, these are not the only legends in these lands. Legend has it that there are people that bear eyes called Alpha Stigma that contain immense amount of power, and Ryner so happens to be one of them. His eyes can analyze any spell and replicate them, even if they aren't a part of his own empire. Wait, why am I a part of this review? Because the audience really like you, and I've been overworked and been working so hard that I'm being forced to take a break right now and go eat something. Oh, no. Look, I like my 24-hour naps, and I'm about to just go take my afternoon nap. You cannot do this to me. Look, all I'm asking is that you finish this review. Think of it like a mission. Look, it beats being locked up in your room all day. Look, I don't think so. You will not be treating me like a slave, you slave driver. You will not take away my afternoon naps. But if I must do this, I demand the finest dongo in all of the land, as dongo is my absolute favorite food and the greatest food of all time. Fine, I'll get you some dongo, only if you get through this review really quickly. My precious dongo are on the line! Fine, slave driver, you win this time. Alright, it looks like I'm taking over this review. Alright. So Ryner and Ferris are put onto this mission by their King Sion. Sion and Ryner are friends back from the War Academy, back when they were under the military. Since then, Sion has now risen the ranks and become king, as he was in line for the throne. While Ryner, on the other hand, was thrown into jail for crimes he did not commit and for being a monster. Now, a little time has passed since then, so Sion tasks Ryner with this mission so that he can get taken out of prison. And by going on this mission to find hero relics, it kind of helps with what's going on in the world right now. Sion gets word of a rumor that another mysterious country is amassing hero relics. So Sion kind of believes that war is brewing. Sion is the type of person who works endless hours without sleep or eating, because he believes that he needs to clean up his country. When he takes into power, the rich are greedy and taken over the nation. He wants to put them in their place, and anyone that opposes him will be put to rest. Sion and Ryner are great characters of the series and have a lot of growth going on. They both grow as trying to deal with how messed up the world is and trying to find their own place in there while kind of trying to clean it up a bit. It is a great way to take a look at the series. So Julian considers this a light anime. A light anime is a series adapted from a manga or light novel in its ongoing status, which means that the story is only midway through typically. So the anime only adapts the first part to about the middle, which means the anime doesn't capture the entire story. So if viewers want to have a complete ending, they would have to go to the original source material. Though this does not take away from the actual anime, viewers will have to deal with a cliffhanger of an ending. So let's move on now from the plot. So now it's time for Romance Corner, which I am now taking over for today. Now, this is an action-adventure, so don't mistake me. It's not a romance genre anime. But in every good story, there are tons of romantic relationships, so let's take a look at a few of them in this one. First up, we have Noah and Claude. Noah is a princess of a neighboring nation to Roland and gets quickly captured by the Roland Empire. She very quickly falls in love with Claude, and their relationship kind of flourishes. It is obvious that they both have feelings for one another and have a lot of adorable scenes together. Sadly, they are minor characters, so they don't get too much screen time, but the very limited amount they do get, you can see that their relationship is doing just fine. Next up, the next three relationships all revolve around Ryner. And one of them I don't really count, but we'll start off with that one first, is Milk and Ryner. Yeah, that's her name. It's kind of lame. Anyway, she and Ryner, when they were both kids, were orphans. And Ryner, to her, was that role model that she needed. Sadly, this is a one-sided romance for Milk, as Ryner really doesn't remember her. So, it's very dismissible. So, next up in the Ryner circle, we have Kiefer. Kiefer comes from Ryner's military past, and she does have a troubled past of her own. She has a lot of trouble that follows her, shows she wants to run away from the military academy with Ryner. Ryner quite doesn't understand this, and they end up then going to prison. Ryner then takes the fall for her, and it is very clear that Kiefer has romantic feelings towards him, as she plants one kiss on him before she leaves. Kiefer then goes on a long journey to understand what the alpha stigma is in search of a proper life for Ryner. Sadly, they don't get to reunite throughout the series, so it is unknown what their romantic status is and if they end up together. Now, last but not least, we have Ferris and Ryner. Now, they are an obvious one because they spend so much time together throughout the series, and it kind of seems like Ferris really hates Ryner for his laziness and kind of nonchalant attitude towards Dongo. But by the end of the series, I do believe Ferris has come around and does have romantic feelings towards Ryner. They are an inseparable pair that would not work without each other. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I do kind of think Ryner has feelings for her as well, but due to the way the series is, we won't ever actually know which one he ends up with. So, now we're on to the 3 reasons as to why you should watch this series. Number 1, compelling characters. The characters of this series all have varying personalities, and they are all likable, funny people. I'm sure you guys are bound to fall in love with them. Number 2, great world building. While the series does not just revolve around the characters, it revolves around more of the world. So while things and events take place in neighboring nations, it deeply affects the character and their stories. So you don't just get a character, but you get to feel and be a part of more of the world, which is a great different experience. Number 3, I had to do this one. It's legendary. This series is phenomenal in its storytelling, characters, music, and directive. I'm sure you guys are bound to fall in love with it and be craving more. Oh, finally we're done with this legend and review. I can go back to my nap. And Julian still owes me Tango. Good night. Well, he finished this review, but I don't know where the closest Dongo shop is. So I'm just gonna wake him up when the next review is. Thanks for watching, guys.